Hey, what's up? It's October 19th, Thursday. Make sure to get that written in there. We're moving right along. Okay, cool. So here we are. Make sure to pause the video, complete the sentences. I'm going to move myself up out the way. Again, pause the video, complete the sentences, and then we will move right along. All right, so different types of music affects students' math accuracy, or do different types of music affect students' math accuracy. So in this case, right, the independent variable or the thing that we can change is going to be music, right? So type of music. That's the thing that we're going to change. So type of music, okay? So that, again, would be the independent variable. So type of music, okay? Then what we're going to do is say, all right, what's the dependent variable? What is the thing, right? Like, what is the thing that I can say, this is what I'm going to measure? And if we take a look, we want to measure the student's math accuracy. So we're going to go math, and I'm going to say scores, because that's usually how we would measure accuracy, or like grades, right? Something like that. Okay, so again, scores or grades, right? That's our dependent variable. That's the thing we're going to measure. And then as far as the things that we're going to keep the same, maybe one of the things that some people said was students. So I'll keep the students to be the same. That would be good, right? How about some people said volume of music? That also is another thing, volume, right? Some people said we want to keep the music exactly the same. And what we mean by that is, okay, so if we have them listen to lo-fi, we want them to listen to the same. So make a playlist so that each student listens to the same songs. Does that make sense? So a playlist. So those would be some of the things that we might want to keep the same. Also, probably like math problems or assignments or something, right? Or same level of math problems. So also something like that. Those would all be things that we would say are control variables here. And I'll hold this up one more time. You can pause it if you need it, right? You can pause it again if you need it, right there. Sauce. Okay. Cool. So what has 4 fingers and 1 thumb but isn't alive? Some people were saying skeleton, mannequin, robot, right? So, but the answer is a glove, and you guys already know what it is. You already know what it is. It's a glove. You know what I'm saying? What a glove. And people are like, why you got to show that one? Why not? It's a glove. It's a glove, right? We good. All right. Go Cowboys. All right, moving on. So look, I'm not going to spend time on this page, but what you need to do, right? What you need to do is pause, right? So take a time out, pause this. Make sure that inside of your notes, hold on, let me see if I can put that right there. So inside of your notes, you need to make sure that in your journal you have all of these things over there and that your agenda is up to date, okay? So make sure you got all of that done, okay? I'm not going to spend any time here. I'm moving forward, okay? All right. Oh, I guess I should have said this, and it's because we are having a journal check tomorrow, okay? So we're having a journal check tomorrow. I just want to make sure that you got everything taken care of and are ready to go for the journal check tomorrow. Now let me speed past that. Sometimes I got to slow down. Okay, so if you were here, it's cool. If not, this was the great like California shakedown, right? Or shake out, I think that's what they call it. And so this is just giving you some tips on what we should do. Like if there's an earthquake, if you look over here, we actually should be getting underneath a table. You want to hold on to the table. That way if the table moves, then you can move with the table. It's also showing like if you are in a walker or if you're using a wheelchair at the time, like what you should do. Also, there is this, so just those types of things that you should do normally, right? So you want to drop and cover and hold on, right, as much as you can there. And then we actually had one of these ones for real the other day where we had a real, like, alert, and there was a real earthquake, and that just happened. Actually, when I say the other day, I mean yesterday. Yesterday that actually happened. So anyway, usually we just practice that because earthquakes are more common if your land is around the Pacific Ocean. All right, cool. Let's move it along. So just as a reminder, right, independent variable, dependent variable, control. Hopefully you have all these notes. These notes should already be inside of your journal. Now, on to the, I guess maybe we'll go back and review that one more time. Let me review that one more time with y'all. It's just to say this idea. So over here for the independent variable, it's the manipulated variable. It's the variable that you are going to change throughout the experiment. Usually it's graphed on the x-axis. The dependent variable, right, is the responding variable, the variable that you're going to measure, and it's also graphed on the y-axis. And then control variables are the variables that need to remain constant for accurate results, okay? Now, this assignment right here, it says due today, but it really is going to be due tomorrow. Okay, let me tell you that. It's going to be due tomorrow on the 20th. That's what day it's actually set to actually be due. And so yesterday we did number 1. So I'm going to come on here and I'll do a couple of them. So hold on just a moment. Also, if you're watching this, I just wanted to point this out for the people, is that if you look over here on the home screen, I have changed this. So I put the agenda slides, and right underneath that I put the video lessons. So if you click there, it will open up the playlist for the video lessons, and you're like, why is it only through Wednesday? Because I'm recording Thursday right now. That's why it's not in there. Okay, Merry Christmas. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that is where I'm going to put it. I'm no longer going to put it inside of the modules, and the main reason is because the modules was just getting too long and too cumbersome. So just if you look at like last week's module, like look how long it's getting. So because of that, Mr. Farr was like, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and change that, and we're just gonna put again just the assignments, and then you have the video playlist in 2 places. So you have it here, video playlist, and then you also have it in the home area as well. Okay, so you have it in both of those places. So I'm gonna pause right now. Please open up your assignment. We're going to go over a couple of them and we can do them together. So again, open up your assignment. All right. So independent, dependent, and control variable practice. I have if you look at the top of your assignment, there are actually the definitions and everything right there. So you don't have to go too far to look for that. And then again, practice. Read the information about each experiment and record the independent, dependent, and control variables. Make sure to list as many control variables as possible. So yesterday we did this one about, will the egg float higher with more salt? We said that the independent variable was the amount of salt, because that's the thing that we can change. And then we said the thing we're going to measure is how high the egg floats. And then things that we can keep the same as the egg, the amount of water, the container, and the type of salt. So let's just scroll down to about number, let's do, is there one that I haven't done yet? I did 6. Did I do 7? Oh, and this is something else that's weird. It's for some reason I put 2 7s. So just change this one to 8. I'm sorry, people. I'll fix it in the original, but it's too late if you already made it. So let's do number 9. We're gonna just randomly pick number 9. Okay, so an investigation found that more bushels of potatoes were produced when the soil was fertilized more. So what is the thing that we can not control? What is the thing that we're going to change in this experiment to try and figure out what's going on? And that would be the amount of fertilizer, right? So the amount of fertilizer, right, that is in the soil. Amount of fertilizer in the soil. Okay, cool. Now, what is a dependent variable, which means what is the thing we're going to measure? And again, it says we're found to produce more potatoes, right? So we're like, we're going to say, we're going to measure potatoes produced. And I used the exact words that they used in the sentence. So they said potatoes produced. I said potatoes produced. So that is going to be the thing that we're going to measure. Now, what are some control variables? It's going to be same soil, right? Like we want to be able to keep the same soil. Amount of water, right? Amount of water to the plants, right? Those would be things. Also, whatever other stuff that we do, like as far as aerating it, all the same, like I would say like this, same planting and harvesting, right? Techniques. We'd want to keep all that stuff the same. We also want to keep same potato seeds, right? And by the way, I don't even know, do potatoes have seeds? Okay, I'm gonna have to figure this one out. I don't want to get too far off, but apparently potatoes do have seeds. I went and was looking it up. I was like, I do not feel educated enough to explain what I found, but yeah, apparently they do. You can go look this up. It's wild time. Okay, so that would be the independent, dependent, and then the control variables for that one. I will do one more. So let's go with Billy Billy and Bob? Now we'll go with, will the plant grow higher with more light? So again, what is the thing that we are going to change? And if you take a look in here, we're not going to be able to change like whether the plant will go higher. Maybe we can indirectly, but one thing we can change, like 100% for sure, is how much light. So amount of light the plant, let's see if I can spell receives correctly. Receives. Okay, that would be wrong. Okay, here we go. So then amount of light the plant receives. Then what is the thing we're going to measure? Plant height, right? That's what you're going to measure. Plant height. Then what is the thing that we can control? In this case, we would say water, very similar to the potatoes, right? Water amount, right? We would say seeds, right? That would be another one. Soil would also be another one because we want to keep that. So these would be some of the things that we would want to keep the amount the same. And then if we're talking about more or less light, we should keep the light type. So the type of light should remain the same. So even though we're controlling how much time it gets, we're going to say, okay, well, you're going to get 30 minutes, but we should have, if we're going to have a red light or we're going to have a white light, whatever kind of light we're going to have, we need to keep it the same type of light, even though we're changing the times, right? So hopefully that will help you guys out to get through this whole assignment. Most people are close to done or almost done, and it is due tomorrow. All right, y'all. Peace.